month or two ago, I was sitting on the couch with my dad, watching the Cowboys in the second round of the playoffs while eating pizza, when the Cowboys not surprisingly lost. My dad and I just sat there laughing about how the Cowboys have forgotten what a Super Bowl even looks like. But later that day, I began to think about how people tend to idolize sports and try to become athletes. I began to realize that this has become a major problem. The United States has the best athletics in the world, but its level of education is dwindling. And this is because American society has determined that sports are more important than our education, where education should be as or more important than our sports. And we need to make people see the seriousness of this issue. And we can do this by putting it to the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And will it be beneficial to all concerned? First, is it the truth? Most people would deny that sports are more important than our education, but our actions are contrary to what we say. For example, Rashonda McCants, a football player at UNC, was recently enrolled in an illegitimate class and sued the NCAA, complaining that the NCAA knew of dozens of instances of academic fraud in its member schools' athletic programs and it nevertheless refused to implement adequate monitoring systems to detect and prevent these occurrences. Educated people are vital to our nation, but we ignore them. They provide our doctors, our engineers, etc. We need them more than we need our athletes. However, by no means should athletics be ignored. Instead, there should be a healthy balance between athletics and academics, because athletics provides health and activity, while education helps improve the world's society and technology. Secondly, is it fair to all concerned? When analyzing college funding, I found a major difference between the spending per academic student and athletic student. In fact, the academic student received much less funding per student. A recent study concluded that the median spending per athletic student was $91,936, whereas the median spending per academic student was a measly $13,628. And this puts academic students at serious financial disadvantage. In addition, athletes can often get into colleges when they're unqualified. For example, a football player with a GPA just below the requirement may still get into the college based on their athletic ability, whereas an academic student may be overlooked even if their GPA is above that same requirement. Acceptance and funding should be equal for both academics and athletics. Next, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Well, I'm a nerd, and from my own experiences in high school, the athletes, typically those in football, tend to be very popular. On the other hand, the nerds are often shunned, and this is because society portrays them as unimportant. However, these nerds will be the future heart of the world. For example, LeBron James is known as the best current basketball player in the world, but who knew that the founder of St. Jude's is named Danny Thomas? The man who created the leading cancer research center is known by very few people. Both of these amazing individuals deserve equal praise for their outstanding achievements. If valuing sports over education were going to build goodwill, then why are some of the people who do truly great things for the world underappreciated? And finally, will it be beneficial to all concerned? It's beneficial to no one, not the athletic student or the academic student. In fact, the NCAA states that fewer than 2% of all college athletes actually go pro. However, they also claim that they support their education so that they may launch a successful career later in life if they do not succeed in their chosen sport. And although these athletes do graduate, their majors are often not centered around a good career. Instead, they're easy classes that they take so that they can focus on their sport. This also isn't, and because of this, athletic students often get mediocre jobs or have a hard time finding jobs in their major altogether. And this also isn't beneficial to those academic students who go into debt because of their poor academic funding. analysis of the social order. Education is truly the most important aspect of society, but athletics is becoming dominant. We need to change this and give everyone equal opportunity. That is what our nation is built upon. Opportunity, freedom, and justice. Our nation is not built upon our favorite football player, but to us, he is like a god. We need to change this. And we need to regain sight of what is truly the most important key to prosperity for all. A good education and the opportunity to get it. Thank you.